emotions are hard to stop through counteractions. Armed with antidotes, the guards of mindfulness and mental alertness destroy disturbing emotions like attachment at once as soon as they arise. This is the practice of bodhisattvas. In brief, whatever you are doing, ask yourself, what's the state of my mind? With constant mindfulness and mental alertness, accomplish others' good. This is the practice of bodhisattvas. To remove the suffering of limitless beings, understanding the purity of the three spheres, dedicate the virtue for making such effort to enlightenment. This is the practice of bodhisattvas. For all who want to train on the bodhisattva path, I have written the 37 practices of bodhisattvas, following what has been said by the excellent ones on the meaning of the sutras, tantras, and treatises. Though not poetically pleasing to scholars, owing to my poor intelligence and lack of learning, I've relied on the sutras and the words of the excellent, so I think these bodhisattva practices are without error. However, as the great deeds of bodhisattvas are hard to fathom from one of my poor intelligence, I beg the excellent to forgive all faults, such as contradictions and non sequiturs. Through the virtue from this, may all living beings gain the ultimate, conventional, altruistic intention, and thereby become like the protector Chenrezig, who dwells in neither extreme, not in the world, nor in peace. Now, anybody who doesn't have one of these little blue books, please feel free to take one as White Lotus's gift to you. This 37 practices of bodhisattvas are the teacher, Agar Rinpoche, who's the lower picture there, has said that he hands these out wherever he goes. He's had them translated into Spanish, or Ukrainian, Russian, Italian, French, Estonian, everything. Certainly Chinese, Japanese, Vietnamese, thank you. And he says that the entire Buddhist path can be found in this little book. It's relatively, accessible, and happily it's all kind of crystallized down, which makes it easier to, for us. Sometimes when you hear about the 84,000 heaps of Dharma teachings, people can feel overwhelmed. But actually we're talking about just experiencing, which sounds funny to say, reality, just coming to see the nature of your own mind. We live in such a paradoxical state as human beings, where we just live in our distractions. The stuff arises in our mind. We don't see the depths of the ocean. We're just always being thrashed around by the waves. So please feel free to take this little book and study it and practice it where there are questions. Dive into it. Certainly here you can ask questions, but you can also just bang around the internet and you might get more questions. But nonetheless, this little book is extremely important and useful. So please feel free to do that. It's said that Buddha came to his great realization, and then he ended up practicing for whatever it was, 45 years, something like that. I think one of the great advantages that we have as Americans here is our experience with the Tibetans, because Buddhism has a very happy history. It doesn't have a fundamentally sectarian history where people are denying the validities of rival traditions. Instead, it recognizes that if you have faith, confidence in Buddha's enlightenment, that he wasn't mistaken, that he wasn't drunk or insane, and then you can investigate the teachings that came out of those 45 years of teaching. I mean, there's so many different types of people and our propensities, and each one of us changes from moment to moment. So that's why there are 84,000 different heaps of teachings. It's because we're that complex. But at the same time, it's something that's very simple. It's penetrating understanding to your true nature. And we are exceptionally fortunate. Why? Because one, there's 2,500 years of progressive teaching, you might say. So that's why a long time ago, seems now, we invited Khenpo here, because Khenpo means one who knows. It's a title. They used to say in English it was translated as abbots, because often Khenpos could be head of different institutions in Tibet. But basically, it's the scriptural transmission. And this is so helpful because it's something you can read and think about and disagree with. It's completely useful. And then there's also the transmission of realization. So this is what Garam Pache, this can be anyone you don't even know, necessarily recognize who that is. But someone like Garam Pache, that's what he does. And if you ever have any contact with him, it can be completely wonderful because there's no baloney. There's no dogmatism. It's completely mind to mind. And you run into someone who loves you more than you love yourself. It can be completely unnerving for other people, completely empowering. So it's all boiled down to someone asked one of the great masters of China once, I think the Chinese emperor asked a great Buddhist master to summarize the teachings. And he said, do no harm. Then try to help others. His Holiness Dalai Lama said this too. And third, liberate all sentient beings. So this plethora of teachings and concepts and everything are all just to help us. They're all just useful tools. It's like you open up and you go to your garage mechanic and he opens up his toolbox. There are all these different tools there. Why? Because they all help. They're all kind of specific to a certain kind of problem. And that's what the Dharma is. So anyway, please feel free to take one of these little books and for your benefit and ours. Thanks. Okay, Khenpo, thank you for putting up with my hot wind.
Yes, thank you. No, I can do that.
No, I
do. Okay. Good morning. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Good morning,
Yeah.
everyone. So, as Paula mentioned right now, in brief and point, Buddha's teaching. So, do not harm others, benefit for others, and attempt to your mind. That is Buddha's teaching.
Mm-hmm.
So this is really important for daily life situation. Keep in the mind. Right? I always mention people, Dharma practice means not really at Dharma center, a monastery, in the retreat center. So Dharma practice means every single moment you have to remember. So that is real Dharma practice. If you remember that in your mind, you no need to recite the mantra. You no need to do any ritual things. So your mind's Dharma have to be inseparable.
Inseparable.
This is the reason. So therefore, the White Lotus refuge card, this one, we met here. So the Buddha's, the point or summary or brief teaching, this one. So I can read this one. Well, you read. Native speaker is better.
That's an assumption.
At the back side.
Backside.
No, other side. No, other back side. Last year.
This one?
Yeah.
Yeah. Do no evil whatsoever. Practice virtue perfectly. Tame your mind completely. This is the teaching of the Buddha.
That's all. This is not created Buddha. You understand?
Not created by Buddha.
This is the law of nature. So Buddha just taught us, explaining. Like GPS, Map.
GPS.
You're using when you're driving, right? Turn right, you go right, correct. Turn left, you go left. So similar, Buddha knows reality situation and real phenomena systems. So therefore, he loves all sentient beings. Feel really pity. Feel real compassion. Unfabricated compassion. Right?
Right. Unfabricated compassion.
Real sympathy. Not only empathy. Of course, not apathy.
Not apathy. Right.
Right? Definitely pure sympathy. So therefore, Buddha taught us, for everybody, easy to understand, easy to practice. Right? So really you have to know only things. The Buddhists, they're using the term, the vocabulary, virtue and non-virtues. Everybody knows clearly virtue and non-virtue, right? Do not any non-virtue. Do best with you virtue daily life. The most important, try to control your mind. Try to subdue your mind. If you can make your mind always peaceful, relax, calm down, and that is real teaching. The Buddha's teaching, that's all. No anything. If you every day calm with you and your mind, relax, pay attention for others, right? Priority for others. I saw recently the social media, I think so one really small girl, probably 5 or 6 ages. And somebody interview, ask, which is real compassion? And he said, everything put before your, everything put for others before you. That is real compassion. You understand? So somebody, I believe that the small girl, great habitual tendency arise. The habitual tendency means related with the previous life. So that kind of people or person who really no need to much study, immediately like read and like hear some summary things, like immediately understand fully. You understand? So this is just what so I add little bit for, because Pala mentioned this is important to keep in the mind, right? Do not any evil, and do perfectly virtue things. That real meaning don't do harm other, mentally, verbally, and physically. These 3 things harm means. If somebody physically is not harming other, but mentally, verbally they harm. If your mouth, somebody says, how to say, big mouth, right? Big mouth. If you do the big mouth, the body has very, very bad side effect. Right? Tibet people say, so the mouth is taking care is very difficult, much more difficult 100 cows to take care.
More
Really,
difficult to take
the
care of
mouth,
100
yeah.
cows than your mouth.
If you need to take care of the 100 cows, very easy. But your mouth need to take care is more difficult. Really. And the one idiom, I think so maybe, if you don't really control or take care of your mouth, you will buy something in your head. Buy, shopping mall.
Yeah.
Buy the jacket, buy the shoes, right? It's similar. You will buy something your head. That means if your mouth always rumor things, divisive talks, you know, you had something your head, heat, boxing, weapon, whatever. This is really important to keep the mind. So therefore, real meaning with daily life, whether you believer or not, doesn't matter. The reality and the law of nature have to be honest. The one thing. A second thing, and have to tell truth. And third one, have to do right. Mentally be honest, verbally tell truth, physically do right. So there you are a wonderful person. You are wonderful people. That you all the lives, your path of the life is going to gorgeous. That's for sure. Right? So that's all. This is a practice. Easy. If you not really be honest mentally, and then you will tell lie. Right? Doing something wrong, and then people telling lie. Because the lying is two reasons or cause. Expectation and fear. For hide the fear, you feel fear, and then you need to hide something, and then you tell lie. Right? And if you have too much expectation, and then you lie to get them. But both of them is meaningless expectation and meaningless fear. The lying will nothing get you. Moreover, the lying right now you think. So people think I am very smart. I can cheat for other. Right? This is really really wrong thinking. For 1 day, 2 day could be you cheat for other. That they will cheat. You never cheat the karma. Karma means reality. Right? You cheat sometimes like government law, policy, for 1 month, 2 months, but later come back to you. Right? So therefore, in brief, today is not much we're talking about Dharma, but we need to practice the playing for Dharma and Bill, right?
Bill, yes.
So, in conclusion, be honest, do right things, and tell truth. That's all 3 things very, very easy, simple. Keep in the mind. This is not religious issue, not religious matter. This is reality. We need this daily life. If you want to be good person, and if you want to be happy, these are cause of the happiness. These are cause of the good people, good person, and these are happy life, the cause of the happy life. So we need that, right? This is not Buddhism, this is not Christianity, this is not Muslim, this is not Hinduism, but law of nature, reality. You understand or not? Huh?
Yeah.
Huh? Really? Perfect. Okay. Everybody ask Dhamara.
In case people may not know what we're doing, we have a 4-day event, like mini retreat happening. Tibetan nun in our tradition from Germany is coming, and we're going to do this chud practice. The chud practice involves playing this big, called damaru, the two-faced drum, and ringing a bell simultaneously along with these beautiful tunes and a visualized meditation that's going on simultaneously. So Khenpo's giving us some instruction in it because if you're anything like me, the first time doing this, it's kind of there's a little bit of technique to get. Yeah.
Technique. You have Damaru? You have Damaru?
No.
We can pass them around. Yeah.
Steffi's getting some bells.
Keep passing it around.
Okay.
Okay.
Thank you.
Yep.
Okay. We have to have one union and Damaru, bells. What is called English? Harma.
In harmony. It's done in harmony.
Harmony.
Everyone together.
Yes. For YLV, important to harmonize all the Damaru to Damaru, and then build to, and then Damaru build both of sound, like union and harmonize.
Yeah, like one sound.
One sound.
It's all unified together in unison.
Yes, unison. So this is important. Sometimes if what is going on in your Damaru and others, you have to look both of sides. So if you look others, you don't see yourself. And your Damaru is going to the something crazy. Really. So that makes other people bothering. And disturb the ritual things. Right? So that's important. If yours is something different ways, goes different ways or wrong side, you have to careful do the best. Make sure for match similar others. This is important. Okay? So holding like this, only 2 fingers you need here. No need like these 2 Some people like this. The sound is not good, and you cannot be able to long last. Okay, and last long, yeah. And do like this, and either one you find. If you this one more comfortable, you can do this. But here 2 fingers necessary. How is that? So now, Bill, if beginning ladder hard to both of the same, how to say, one union sound, and you practice only these things, only yourself in your house, best. And then we at Dharma Center together, and they're more easy. If you don't practice at your house, they're not really enough only for Dharma centers. You understand? We have time. Whatever people say, I am busy, busy, I know. I am human being. Why is human being? How busy everything. So at least make 5 minutes morning, 3 minutes middle of day, and 10 minutes after dinner. Practice. This is your important your practice. If you're interested to learn Joe, if you're interested to practice the Joe, that's important. I remind you. If you're not much, if you don't, what I say, if you're not much interested to learn or to practice, then you no necessary practice. Really. So, therefore, in your house, relax. Some coffee, tea, put your table, just relax, and more also calm down your mind. Really, no need to think. More pay attention, drama sound, and then just relax. Nice. That is also your practice. Do like this. Relax. There's only you, and then no need to be worried other people. So whatever you really good, you do like this good, do like this good. How is work? And you think, and that's a really good practice. And then come together here, more relaxed, more confidence. And then everybody watch you. Wow, something. Huh? Yeah, this for sure. Right? If you otherwise when you Sunday morning come here, inside Dharma Center, when you see the Dharma, and then you remember to learn. That means you're not interested to learn Chu. Right?
Yes.
So,
Yeah, see if she, would you like to try? Pass her the bell, too.
something like that. If later our sung a very good practice, we just planning to teach, to practice, continuously. Right? If we good, one is called the Dzogchen Chone. Everybody knows Dzogchen. Dzogchen is popular and famous, right? Dzogchen Chone. Everybody loves Dzogchen. Really, I know that so much. And whatever, Chone is long Zhou. I think so. Maybe 25 pages, only Tibet version. If you make English, I think so maybe 50 something.
Wow.
Very low. So there is no bill. Very easy. Later we know very well, I will figure out their two together. So only drummer, like this. This is called how to say inner and outer pema. Pema means loudest. Inner and outer loudest.
Inner and what? Lotus?
Inner and outer loudest.
And
Outer,
outer.
yes.
Inner and outer lotus.
Yes.
Okay.
So this is like that. Always like this. Now you'll watch here first. I will show you a little bit example. Only the dzogchen joining me, without bell. Only we do the double kele. Oh. Something like that. So very, very good.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, now you have bell. How about that? It's okay? Getting better? Yes, now we just practice, right? We are practicing now for 10A. So it doesn't matter how it goes. Sometimes right, sometimes wrong, it doesn't matter. Really. When the actual practice, at that time it's a little bit, have to more pay attention. So if the Dropon is coming, if they practice with you, everybody need Damaru, and then sometimes you're holding bell and Damaru both, and that makes a little bit different, and then you just put away your bell, and then no problem, I can tell. And then only pay attention for your Damaru goes together with them, and they're very helpful. You understand what I mean? So this is a real, actual practice, because real practice and the most important thing is focus and visualization is most important, right? Your motivation and visualization and more focusing for real meaning of the joke. You understand? So therefore, it's just put away bill immediately, no problem, right? and then just try to more focus on your Dharma row I think so maybe man is, I think so maybe you need to watch the Drupala or Anila Dharma rows. So that moment, I think so maybe chanting master will be going to Anila, Drupala,
Right.
and you watch, and then you just try to how to say harmonize
Yeah.
the Dharma row and with the heart and with the your how to say anybody, everybody together.
Yeah.
And if the drama row, just in case, the drama row bill is both is not really working with them, and then just put away both. If you do that, really you are a wonderful person. So no need. Somebody is shy. Oh, people think I cannot do put it. Whatever I do, they're more worse. If you put away, that is called the intelligent, and that is called the really for paying attention or altruistic mind.
Altruistic mind.
Yeah, really, that's for sure. So you are beginning to practice. Of course, you're not really perfect right now. This is everybody same, right? If you say I'm 100,000 days I practice you, I know very well, and then you do practice something funny, and then you put way, and then could be shy. But you just yesterday or 2 days later will practice, and then really not anyone else can do that. If you can do good, if some makes bothering both of side, and then first to put the bell, smile, and then stay Dhamma an hour, just relax and chant and more focusing, visualize, very good. You understand what I mean? Huh? Everybody? So, but before that, you're just in your house and you're going working time. You think about that. Very helpful. If you take walk around, you do your hand.
Yeah.
Nobody complain your hand.
Right.
Really. This is a practice.
Right.
And then very easy. Okay, Amala.
I spoke with Virginia yesterday, her translator,
Okay.
she had spoken with difficulty, and
Get the mic.
we all figured.
Gretchen, you need the mic.
And together, I think what the schedule will be, since there's no empowerment, she will teach in the morning and we'll practice together in the afternoon. So, just so that people are aware of that, okay? And then she'll be giving transmission. Do you want to?
Lung.
The lung, do you want to mention what transmission is, Khenpo?
I don't know which text it.
The kusali.
Oh yeah, I know.
Kusali.
I have. Oh yeah, I know. Just a little bit. Okay, I know that. So Artikun Kajus. This is
Yeah, Jigten Sumgan.
Jigten Somgons. Yes,
Chud,
of course.
Yeah. So basically, she'll do a reading transmission through the whole text. First, I'm guessing first thing, which gives.
And for those who don't know, the lung prana, the transmission, the oral transmission, is a transmission of the blessings of the whole lineage. So all of these realized people that have practiced this chud going back to Machig Longtrung, Jigten Sumgan, you get the blessing of that, and it really essential for the realization of the practice. And people should come if they can come. Don't think that I've never done this before. If you want to come, come. And you don't have to be here for the whole thing too, as much as you can, of course. But even to give a little context for us, Garinpoche should practiced here. When was it, Gretchen? 99?
1999, yeah.
1999. And
With 16 monks,
we had 16 monks doing a tour.
all with their chud drums and.
Yeah, doing a tour of the country and actually Canada, other countries too. They had 4,000 people at Nazareth watching their performance. But then we had this practice together. It was very wonderful. But the other thing for people to know, just in a little bit of context, I mean, chud is this practice that means to cut, and it is the visualization is you're offering your body. It's a way of facing your demons. It was traditionally practiced outside of the monasteries, and females, especially in wandering yogis, and it was especially said to be for curing disease. They would practice in cemeteries, charnel grounds, and again, our cemeteries are like a nice park, right? But in a charnel ground, especially in India, you'd half-exposed bodies, jackals, vultures, scary place. You're facing your demons, and then giving your body to them and to the higher beings too. So it's a very powerful practice based on the perfection of wisdom. And yet it's so skillful from my own limited experience. By doing the drum like this, I mean, if you think when you meditate, for instance, we want to be mindful, right? And what happens? We forget all the time the object of meditation. Just us and our mind, and our distracting happens there all the time. But it's so skillful because when you're doing this drum, it's like such an aid to mindfulness, naturally. And you're not thinking, I'm being mindful. You're just trying to do it. And all of that, of course, is the concentrated power of the mind. At any rate, so much that will be said about chud. We're very fortunate this is happening.
But also, I think it was Pat who found online Garchen Rinpoche offering a chud empowerment in Seattle in 1999 at Drikung, Seattle. So if you'd like to listen to that, or I didn't go through the whole thing, but you can go to Drikung, Seattle, which is Lama Abu's center, and go to their YouTube page and look for 2019 Chud Empowerment with Garchen Rinpoche. If you want to listen to that before the retreat, that would be very good. The first 15 minutes, I have to tell you, the sound is terrible. It's very staticky and electric and stuff, but they get it figured out, and by the time the actual empowerment starts, in about 15 minutes, then it's fine for the next 2 hours or so. So that's just if you would like to do that.
Yeah, of course, that's important. When you come this to practice or receive some oral transmission and teaching, you just come freely. If you have some problem, the financial, don't worry about that for a little while. Once you get more money and make donation, that should be fine today. Really, no problem. So, and also don't worry about if you don't have Dhammaru. So, if you want to learn continuously, we always available here for practice, for teach the Dhammaru. I am here, so no worry. And just come and watch, listen, calm down, relax. That's really good. In the Tibet, so when monks, lamas, Khenpos going to practice evening time, the really so many lay people join there. There are two things, reason. One thing is they say very sound is good and looks very attractive, blessing. And second thing is they think under of the, the Tibet say underworld, but fund of the Cho practice or the monks, Khenpos, Drupals together, they believe all big obstacles go away. The two reasons. So therefore, if the evening time, but they let people join, watch, and they go. Really important. Okay, Amma.
And one more thing that if you go to garchen.net, under the resources tab and go to the library and search for Chud, there's also a recording of, I think it's 3 lamas, Lama Tenzin, Lama Abu, and someone else doing this exact Chud. There's no visual, it's just the audio, but you would get the feeling of how the melody, I'm assuming it's going to be the same melody, I don't know, but anyway, and the bell and the Dhammaru go together. Okay, so that's just another thing you could do if you like. Okay.
Okay. Tea break?
Okay, tea break, short break,
All right.
and I come.